Hey guys, thanks for clicking on my video. I'm going to be playing with some new products today and I'm really excited to kind of do that in front of the camera. I've been holding on to this eyeshadow palette for a minute. I've not opened it. I played with it once, only a matte shadow. That was only because it was out of dire necessity, but I didn't play with any of the shimmer shadows and I'm so excited to do it on camera for you guys. The palette I'm talking about is the little Huda Beauty palette. I don't have the full size. I just wanted to test the little ones first and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on this, kind of show how it applies. Any pros and cons that I see, I'll let you guys know throughout the video. But if you just want to see how I got this look and how I created this kind of halo sandwich eye, then keep watching. This is like the mini palette that they sell in those little aisles where they trick you to get everything, and I always fall for it. But this one I actually saw and I was like, whoa, that looks cool. I was going to get the red one, but I like the way the mixture of these. So this is the Smokey Obsessions Huda palette, and this is specifically at Sephora. So you won't be able to find this at Ulta. There's 4 matte shades, and then the rest are shimmers. And that's kind of why I wanted to play with this. So I wanted to see if this could be something that I can incorporate into my kit, or just something that I can play with by myself. So I did put concealer on my eyelids just because I didn't want to run out and get my... I want to use this guy. I've literally only used this once and I was only playing with the transition color and that's it. Because I was like, no, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. I'm glad I did. So I'm just going to dust this all over very lightly because there is some color in this and I don't want it to completely ruin all the rest. I will say that the range and the jump from middle tone to dark and smoky is pretty big, but I'm going to try to only use this guy. All right, I'm going to focus a little bit more with that transition color. I'm going to put it on the outer and the inner. If you guys see like a dark spot right here, that is from a bruise. Me and my husband were at a museum in Elmhurst, and there's an exhibit from Hebrew Brantley. He's a really cool Chicago artist. You've probably seen his stuff in Chance the Rapper's music video and things like that, but he's amazing and he tours all over the world. And so he did an exhibit at the Elmhurst Museum and it was really cool because it was pretty interactive. You have like a little goggle set. I'll show you a picture of what I did here. So that goggle did not feel good there. It was literally like sitting, it was just like a piece of wood sitting right on my the bridge of my nose, so that's why I have a bruise there. And I was posing for that picture and I didn't know where I was looking. It wasn't real goggles. It was really hard to see, but yeah, that's why I have a bruise on my face. It was for the gram. Alright, so this is going to be a good kind of like groundwork for the rest of the makeup. Let's take this one here, and this is sitting on top. Oh wow, whoa, it's very dark right away. So I've been catching up on my vlogs and I think I'm pretty much caught up. I have my December vlog to post next. I think hopefully it's up already. So if you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and watch those. Those are really fun. I love filming the vlogs. It's hard to kind of keep up with, but whenever I actually go back and edit it, I always feel so excited and happy and I'm like, wow, I did all that. And just a good way to like revisit your month or your week and kind of see how productive you've been or not productive. Freelance work, I was productive I think up until beginning of January is when it's kind of relaxed. These are blending nice. So if you're ever doing like a halo look or like a sandwich look, just do this before you actually do your face makeup because it's tricky to clean up afterwards if you do have your face makeup on already. It's not impossible, it's just trickier. Just kind of connecting these guys where the natural like crease of my eye is, which is a little bit higher than my actual fold is. So you always have to kind of take a look and see like kind of where you have to create the shape. Sometimes you have to create the shape a little bit higher than your natural crease, more for where the actual bone is. No, I like these colors, are really great. I just they're very cool, so I'm not used to doing cool tones. I'm just using the like light brown to blend the outer edges, just so it looks a little bit more seamless. I'm obsessed with making my own matcha lattes, and this is the perfect cup size. You guys will see my vlogs how many stores I've searched for this. Alright, I'm going to take the next darkest brown, which is the one right here. Wow, this is like damn near black already. And I haven't even gone to the black one. Kind of connecting them all at this point. And it's okay if you get a little bit in the center, the little empty part, because that's where we're going to put those sparkly colors. And I'm already conflicted on which color to use. I'm not going to use gold because that's a safe one, you know. I want to use a different one. I don't want to use the silver though. These are building nicely though. I might leave this on all day actually. I did not put a primer, but these colors are looking really good without a primer anyways. I don't know which one of these I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to use this one on the upper corner. It's kind of like a taupey color, and I think that'll be okay and wearable for what I'm doing. I'm pressing my flat brush down. I'm kind of like tapping it very lightly in the part where it should be blending. And I'm bringing it up a little higher. So I actually had a girl ask me, what do I do when a girl has like a little eyelid space? And I told her to have the girl facing straight, see where the fold is, and then bring it up a little bit above the fold, because that's the amount of space that you really want to use. You don't want to be restricted to just this part. Does that make sense? So when you're looking straight, see where thy fold is. Some people just stop right there. Go a little bit higher. It's going to create more of an illusion that your eye is bigger, as well as kind of really staying true to the look. I have that issue too, and it's not. I don't want to just stick to like my eyelid space. I want more. So you can always create it and fake it, but you have to look down to kind of get that space open. I'm not trying it foiled though, although I kind of want to try with my finger. Let me see if it's any different with my finger. No, looks really good. Actually, it looks more, whoa, it's a little bit more with my finger. So I'm just kicking off just the edges. Let me do it even here. Yeah, it definitely lays it on much thicker, a little bit chunkier when you're doing it with your finger. This is a great palette though. So that's pretty. I'm curious to know what it looks like with water, but I don't want to use that. So far that palette is really good. I am going to go back to that though. Alright, I'm going to move on to my face, and then I'll go back to my eyes. I'm using One Heck of a Blot primer from Soap & Glory. I really like this primer. I've been recommending this to a lot of people. So I'm using my Sephora stick. This one's in the color 10, Cedar. So I like to put this one on the perimeter because it's a little bit more orangey. In the center, I use the color 8, which is Bamboo, which is still that yellow tone. And if you notice, I'm not putting it on my nose because I'm actually going to do a different one on my nose. So I'm going to first take a sponge and move that around. Normally I use a stippling brush, but I haven't used a sponge in a while with the stick, and I kind of wanted to see how it does. The first time I tried these was when I was in New York, and convenience-wise, it's awesome. I really did love it. And where my nose gets oily the most is going to be the center of my face. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Prolongwear foundation. This foundation is amazing for oily skin. This one and Match Master I think are the best. So I'm putting the tiniest pump all over this area. You can always mix and match foundations. Like, you don't have to use one on the whole face. If one works really great in your oily T-zone, then use that one in your oily T-zone, you know? But I find that the Prolongwear one is especially good in oily areas. It also doesn't like crinkle up in this area. Alright, for my concealer, I'm using the Sephora concealer in the color 10 Eclaire. So if you're ever doing like a smoked out bottom lash line, I recommend to do your concealer first and then go on top of it with the eyeshadow that you're using. Just doesn't disrupt what you already did. So my husband and I watched Black Mirror way too fast. Way too fast. I love that show. It's so damn good. It's so trippy. It makes us think about what we would do in those situations, and it's crazy to even fathom. Like, to set underneath my eyes, I'm using the Patrick Star Patrick powder. Last minute I decided to buy this and it was almost out of stock. All the artists at MAC were like talking about it and like doing demos on each other and on me, and I was like, okay, sold, because it made your skin look so pretty. It does a great job setting underneath the eye too, but I particularly like the way it filled in porous areas, like in this area. You'll see that it's translucent. It does kind of brighten sort of certain areas, but I think it does a good job with like blending into the skin. And then what I do is I take a stippling brush and kind of load up the brush, and I just do this in the area where I'm going to do bronzer, because then I don't want the bronzer to skip, but I push it in. I don't move it because I don't want my foundation to move. With my Wet n Wild Skinny liner, I'm gonna just draw a line straight across. I'm not creating a wing, I just want it to be flat. I'm gonna go get my mascara, put on mascara, and then throw on some lashes. I'm just using the regular Demi Wispy type lashes that you can get from any brand. These are from Salon Perfect. They're awesome. And then I'm gonna fill in my brows using my NYX brow pencil. This is actually the new ones. These are the Precision brow pencil, and it has like a more like a longer point. I like these for the outers, and then for the center I'm gonna use Anastasia Duo in dark brown. So I'm gonna do all that and then I'll be right back. Brows are on, lashes are on. I feel better already. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go back with the brush that I used for the shimmery color. I'm gonna put it in the tip of this brush, which is one of the main reasons I love this brush. I'm just gonna run that underneath in the center. And then with a small pencil brush, but I'm using that first dark brown that I used on the outer and the inner. And because it's not as dark as the top, I want it to be dark as the top. So I'm going to do the next darkest brown. Make sure you tap it off because now you don't have anything to clean up. I'm going to put that even closer to the lash line. I don't think I want to add eyeliner. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I need to put mascara on the bottom. So I'm going to use my Lash Stiletto by Maybelline. I was recommending this mascara to somebody recently, and I was kind of trying to explain why I like it. And the reason I like it is because it does offer more of like individualizing the lashes as opposed to thickening. So some people I think benefit from one more than the other. You just have to kind of do trial and error, to be honest. And then there's days where I like one over the other. Now I'm going to be using this bronzer. It's a sculpting bronzing powder from an old MAC collection from the Delicates. It was like a flower collection. It's called Delicates. This was like in the recent goodbye section, so I bought it for myself. And the reason I like it is because it's a good blending bronzer. So it's not going to offer a ton of coverage. It's a very unique formula. You really have to pack it on. This reminds me a lot of the Makeup Forever sculpting powders. So you really can't mess up with this, but I like this because it's a good transition color, so to speak, for other bronzers that may have a little bit more coverage. Like you can see, it's like just gives you like a soft gradient of bronzing without going overboard. And then I'm going to take a small brush and then pick it up. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the NYX bronzing powder in medium, and I do want to add a little bit of bronzing, like orangey tone, because I like an orangey tone, kind of closer by my cheeks. With the Milani blush, this one's called Romantic Rose. I like this blush because it's matte, and I don't know, it's just like an easy blush to use like every day. I'm just doing that in the tip parts of my cheeks. And for my highlighter, I'm using this guy. This is the Artist Couture in Illuminati. And I just haven't used this in a while. I don't know why I don't use it. But it's very dramatic, very extra. Oh, that's really pretty. I guess I always assumed it was like more of a dramatic highlighter, but it can definitely be like a more wearable. All right, I'm going to do a quick spray on my face, and then I'm going to put a little bit more highlighter. This is the Make It Last spray by Milani. I'm going to add a little bit more here. A lot more. Okay, yeah, that definitely bumped it up a notch. Damn, that's cute. Okay, I'm happy with that now. This is when I put my brow gel on. I don't like to put it before I do highlighter or setting spray. I do it in the very, very end so that everything's nice and crisp. And there's no glitters or highlighting powders on my brows. Because I get really close to my brows whenever I do highlighting. Alright, now for my lip. I've really been liking this lip combo. I usually do the lip liner by itself, but I've been really loving it. It's the 04 Milani lip liner in all natural. It's amazing all by itself, but I do want to add a gloss today, but let me just show you kind of what it looks like. So that's the lip color all by itself. Isn't it just so pretty? And it stays on really well. It's not like meant to be long lasting, but it is a great lip liner. Just drier formulas in general are going to stay on your lips better, so that's why I like using lip liners all over the lip. I'm going to use Tiramisu Butter Gloss by NYX on top of it, just to add a little bit of shine. Alright, that's the finished makeup. What do you guys think? I think this eyeshadow palette's actually pretty cool. It's very cool tone, but I'm okay with it. And I think it definitely has like a spot in my rotation. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm definitely gonna play with it some more and let you guys know what I think in the future. But so far I really like it. I think it looks really amazing, especially not on top of any kind of primers, except concealer, and like not with any Fix Plus or anything like that. So I think that this is a great eyeshadow palette, especially for the price, especially how compact and small it is. It's a good way to test out a Huda Beauty product. It's my first time trying any of her stuff, so I was really actually pleasantly surprised. Alright, that's it for me, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll be filming a lot very, very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you can see all my videos as I post them. In the meantime, you guys can see any of these or these vlogs or beauty videos. I'm not sure exactly what I'm posting, but check out these and then you'll see what I'm up to and what I'm about. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.